to the Argyle Eagles, the 3A Division II state football champions of Texas. And 8 needed from the 13. There's a toss to Sadler. Sadler outside to the end zone and a touchdown. Ian Sadler helps Argyle cash in the early Fairfield turnover.
Yeah, we're gonna see a steady dose of that tonight. Ian lines up in a lot of places. Little option run, and it's going to be close. I mean, it gets to that pylon. Of course, we got no instant replay, and they called it a touchdown, so it's going to be a touchdown. But as you can see, that foot was out of bounds before we got there.
Second down. And Gallegos throwing for the end zone. Nice play made at the last moment by Dalton Ledford to bat the ball away from Chris Lighty, the intended receiver.
Nice throw by Gallegos, but again, he just, you don't see much just press man in Division III football play after play. So that's a great play by Ledford. He stuck with it.
Third down and 9. And Gallegos from the shotgun swings out the tunnel screen and then bouncing forward, but unable to get any forward momentum is Alex Ward. Only a yard, in fact lost a yard, and it's fourth down as David Bearden made the tackle.
Shooting for that tunnel screen, just missed a couple of blocks. That lineman didn't get out there. 77 was a little slow getting to where he needed to be. Ty Crawford, but man, that's just a swarming defense by Argyle.
Eric Rodriguez Hayes on to try the field goal. Rodriguez Hayes is just a freshman. This is a 30-yard field goal try. The kick is good. So Fairfield able to get 3 points. And then tomorrow, one more 4A matchup in Division II, and then the 5As take the stage for the final 2 games. Out of the timeout, over the middle, that pass is caught. Oh, what a catch made by Sadler. Boysick threw it low. Sadler somehow hauled it in for 19 yards and a first down.
Great hands. Really a low ball. He had to go. I'm surprised he was able to get any yards after the catch, but he was really able to go down and get it and then come back up. Little quick post inside. Boysick threw it a little behind, but it's probably a good thing. If he throws a great pass there, that safety's in position.
It's at the 45-yard line of Fairfield. And now Boysick to throw again. Up the sideline of the man. Caught inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Guess who? Ian Sadler again. They'll mark him out, I believe, at the 7, but it'll be first down and goal for Argyle.
That's a great shot by Boysick that time. Brandon defeats the cornerback. Sadler defeats the cornerback, and he just drops it right in the hole where he needs to be. Safety didn't have time to get there. We're seeing Mr. Versatile at his best right now.
They've used him as receiver, as a running back, taking the direct snap at quarterback, punt returner, all here in the first quarter.
That's right. They're giving me a little break right now.
So he'll step out.
Probably going to steady Dawson Ralston here for a few minutes.
Was it with the toss to Ralston? Ralston to the goal line and across. Connor Wilson, excuse me on that. Connor Wilson takes it in. Ralston has been the steady guy, but there's Connor Wilson, which, by the way, is an example of Argyle's options that they have offensively, the different guys to whom they can turn for plays. In this case, it's the senior Connor Wilson.
Exactly. They got Ralston out there in the block. Connor does a great job. Connor really is a defensive specialist, but obviously put him in situations like this. And he's a great runner. Catch the ball, make a turn, and go score.
Gallegos under some pressure, and then cranks it up downfield. That is picked off. Yes. Guess who? Connor Wilson, who just scored the touchdown, trying to extend the Argyle lead to 14 points. Obviously plenty of leg, distance, and accuracy. There is a flag now. Now Headland was hit.
They roughed him on top of that. Now the question, do you take the 3 points off the board?
If they want Fairfield to go down and put some points on the board here.
That's what they've done a lot of this season. Here goes Rose. Rose will take it the rest of the way. 31 yards for the touchdown.
Man, he left a really good football player in his tracks right then. I tell you what, we've been calling Connor's name all night long, and Rose just put a stutter step on him. That's 2 great athletes in the hole. They're back in it.
And look at John Backle. Fiery guy telling his guys, let's go with it. Look at Rose make this move.
Yeah, get in the middle, and you just see that he just froze Connor right there, and then the rest of it's just speed. So, you know, hats off to Coach Bachtel for sticking with it. You know, down early, 14-3, but he's not getting out of his game plan. So we got a ball game again.
Argyle had moved it beyond midfield, but now here's the punt from the left footer.
Great punt.
And Sadler boots it down inside the 10. Oh my goodness. What a punt and what a job to hustle downfield. It's down to the 2-yard line.
I'm really impressed with number 12 that's coming in here too. Yeah, Bryson Gates. He's a load too.
There's another pass. That one's caught. Look out here, Chris Lady. Lady, say goodnight to it. 69 yards.
Oh, Dylan Ledford is aggravated with himself, the corner from Argyle. He had that red. He had his hand on the ball. He just didn't make the play, and he knows it. Boy, he was in great position, but just didn't make the play.
And that's the risk you take here on this play.
Exactly. And that you can see he was right on top of the play, and Connor was a little bit flat on his angle. But when you play this style of bump and run, man-to-man defense, you're taking those chances. And it was just a great throw, you know, Dalton just didn't get his hand on it like he needed to.
Eric Rodriguez-Hayes ties the score. 14 seconds to go in the half. And Gallegos will set up the double pass downfield, wide open, caught for the touchdown. Chris Lyon does it again. However, there's a flag down. I think this is going to come back because I think Alex Ward might have moved early.
Yep, he had a little forward motion too early. Man, what a call.
He's explaining it right now to Jacob Gallegos, but here comes the call from Clark Calvert.
Legal shift, offense. The 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
We'll get another look at it. John Bachtel doesn't like it, but you'll see a couple of guys move.
Right.
1, 2.
Just two at the same time. Everything was fine. If the back stays still, it's all legal, but you just can't have two guys going at the same time.
We'll overload 3 men up top. And that's where Gallegos is looking. Does have a man.
He got
caught.
him.
Touchdown, Alex Ward. Are you believing this?
That's awesome. Again, you know, you've got that tight press man, and you've got a guy like Alex Ward that can really run. He's got more speed, and Gallegos has done it. He's got a great deep ball, and he threw that ball about 45 yards on the dot in the air. So just great job. 3-step drop, and he just leads his man where he needs to. Ward makes some separation, and Gallegos puts it right where he has to. What a play.
And all that has to happen is a tackle there, and the half would have expired without the score, even if it had been at the 1-yard line.
Exactly.
But it doesn't happen. And on the final play of the first half, Jacob Gallegos to Alex Ward from Fairfield. And there's the kickoff. And that one is fielded at the 15-yard line by Hunter Treadwell. Treadwell breaking it out across the 45. One thing Argyle has had in abundance in this, he's averaging 49 yards on his 2 punts, and here he goes with running room. A first down and more.
He may score.
Ian Sadler inside the 5-yard line. He's been the triple threat here in this one. And now he'll take the snap and take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Sadler made that happen. The fake punt run of 42 yards, and then finishing the drive with a touchdown run.
I was just fixing to say, what a great 3-and-out and stop for Fairfield, forcing the punt. But man, Sadler turned it around and made a great start for Argyle.
His second touchdown. Now for the point after, Cole Hedlund, Mr. Automatic. 99 out of 99.
We may see the number 100 today.
Yeah. Ian Sadler into the end zone to tie the score at 24 here in the third quarter of the 3A Division II championship. Now a special message from Dairy Queen. And punt coming from Gallegos. Kicking away from Sadler, fields it over the shoulder. Turn in the corner. Outside. Sadler will not be stopped. He'll bring it back 64 yards for the touchdown on the punt return. And Argyle, just like that, is back in front.
Wow. Dynamic. Got a couple of good blocks. You know, the coverage didn't get to it, but again, he's just a dynamic player with the ball in his hands. They tried to kick it over him, and you know, he caught it like a pass. Made one good turn, got a block right there, and it was over.
Big block by Taylor Sweat, the sophomore linebacker as well, and Sadler able to take it in for the score. There is a Fairfield Eagle down on the field.
Spreading it out wide is they're catching up.
At the 34, Gallegos, one-on-one coverage down the side, and that is caught. Inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3, it's Chris Light again. 30 yards, it'll be 1st and goal for Fairfield.
Again, little look, Light just gets behind him again and gets back inside, makes a great catch, great adjustment to the ball. I'm sure that all those aunts and uncles and grandmas over there, they're plenty happy.
The Light family have to be happy. Look at that nice sliding catch. Boy, it is something else. Gallegos rolling out, pass defended, knocked away by Dalton Ledford. Great play against Light. The receivers unhappy that there was not a hold or a pass interference, but it'll go over to Argyle.
Great defensive play. Argyle just did a great job, and again, that's a tough throw to make against a press man defense from the 5. You're just not going to get much separation in that short a period of time. So that's kind of surprising that's what they have. But I'm sure they've been used to doing that at other times. But that press man took effect right then.
And Sadler stays in the shotgun, and he looks to throw, but he's hit, and that might be a safety. It is. 2 points to Fairfield. Jeremiah Simpson, the senior linebacker.
What a play. What a play. That's a huge momentum shift right there. And really surprising that Ian would let him get caught there. Of course, surprising he's going to throw the ball. They had kind of a little screen set up to both sides, nobody in the middle, and he just didn't have any place to go with it.
You see Fairfield with that large edge and total yardage, but Argyle's had big plays on defense and special teams. Right. And here's Rose.
Look out.
Rose.
Look out.
Taken off. And Larry Rose will put Fairfield back in front. 54 yards for the senior running back.
What? How explosive. And again, you know, he got the ball in the A-gaps, and with his eyes made one cut. Man, that's where he is so strong and so powerful. Once he made that cut and got out where he needed to go, he's got the speed. Wow, explosive.
Now, Fairfield is coming out to kick. Boysick will wraparound draw to Ralston. He breaks through, hurdles the tackler. Nick Ralston being run down from behind. Jeremiah Simpson prevented what would have been a 65-yard touchdown run. As it stands, it'll go for 37 and a 1st down.
Great effort, great effort. We talked about Jeremiah a while ago. You look at his helmet, he doesn't have any paint on it left, and he runs this down. Great run, but Ralston does a great job, but he does save a touchdown here and fights through a block. So, what effort.
Brad, we are now at the point in the ballgame where we can say Argyle is in field goal range.
That's true. That's
for
true.
Cole Headland for Argyle. Boychik from the shotgun, 3 receivers up top. That's where he's looking. Throwing downfield, and that is incomplete, but pass interference is going to be called here.
Oh,
Larry Rose was on the defense, but the flags come down, and there were 2 flags thrown. Chance Carroll and Larry Rose were both back there.
I'm not sure.
Pass interference defense, number 9. A 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. Automatic 1st down.
Called on Chance Carroll. Here's another look.
You got to see, does the first man touch the ball before there's interference? I mean, there's a tapped ball. You know, that's just hard. That's really tough right there. Yep.
I think it's a good call.
Probably is.
Carroll goes into him. Of course, there's no face guarding penalty, but there's contact before the ball was touched.
Micah Capra to the offensive tackle. They're going to overload that right side, and I'm going to be surprised if he didn't go right there.
There it is. Sadler to the goal line, touchdown.
There he is again.
So on 3rd and goal, Sadler takes it across. And Argyle right back in front. The touchdown takes it across. Now, it's a 4-point game, and they'll look to make it a 5-point margin. Just look at Ian Sadler take it across.
Yeah, they overload the other side, and he cut back to the left and had a great lead blocker with Ralston.
So for the extra point is Cole Hedlund.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Make it a 5-point game, 38-33.
He's going to be in the slot position right behind.
On third down, there's the pump fake, but a double move downfield and incomplete, just off the hands of Pucciarello. He had a chance. The ball just a little bit out in front of him.
Great concept. They pushed him forward and backward, and then ran Pucciarello on down the line. The defense really had to come up because they thought they were going to throw a short pass to Ian. Great concept there, just a little bit out of his reach.
That could have put it away had he been able to. This time it's Rose. Up the middle and he breaks outside. Oh my goodness. Here goes Larry Rose. One man left with a chance to get him. Reese Thompson running him down. They still didn't have him completely wrapped up, but finally Connor Wilson slings him out of bounds at the 17-yard line. What a run by Larry Rose of 57 yards.
Again, just staying with the plan. Staying with the plan. Give Larry the ball. And let him let his eyes make one cut, and there he goes. He's a workhorse, and that may be really fortunate that he didn't score and give Argyle the ball back with 3 minutes left. If they can milk some more of this clock and get in the end zone and not give much time, obviously that's going to be a better scenario. But they got to score first.
21-14, and that's going to be it. The state championship will go up Highway 377 from Tarrant County into Denton County to the Argyle Eagles, the 3A Division II state football champions of Texas.